by that. I mean, you can get away with it once it's reasonably straight, but he just couldn't ignore that one.
Step, green, please. Green. Step, come black.
Here we go. This is what Woodcock may have been sent there. Oh.
No, he was lucky that wasn't a red card, because there was little or no provocation there. A little bit of foot holding, not a big deal.
All right, roll away, green. Leave it green.
It's the oh dear, yeah, lucky.
Well, particularly as it wasn't to his face either. It was a bit of a cheap shot as Best was looking away from him.
Now then, Richie McCaw in midfield. McCaw held, going backwards, does get the ball away to Conrad Smith, but it's
All right, Ruck, leave it green.
it's not the surging All Black momentum yet. Nonu, he does give it direction, and then Rocco Thocco, Nonu, so much better. This will be a try for the All Blacks. They were going sideways and backwards, and suddenly they surged forward, and it was Nonu who created it and finished it.
Well, that is the danger of this New Zealand side, that even going on the back foot and going backwards. And look at Paul O'Connell, he's in trouble there with an ankle. He wasn't able to get anywhere near Nonu, or even Nonu just cantered around him, and that really is what opened it up for New Zealand, and they weren't going to pass up that opportunity. Now, this is something we all hoped wouldn't happen, because Declan Kidney hasn't picked a second row on the bench. And if Paul O'Connell can't finish the match, then you've got Stephen Ferris coming in as a makeshift second row, and this is pretty early on in the second half.
Cheers, thanks, I'm fine, thanks.
So in the contest of 14 against 14, the All Blacks have leapt ahead now. A second try for them, a second conversion, or a second successful kick for Dan Carter. 17 points to 3, New Zealand lead.
Yeah, you can see him limping there. You cannot carry an injury like that playing against New Zealand, because you can't defend properly. You become a real liability, and if that doesn't run out for Paul O'Connell, it could be off pretty soon.
Well, he's not chasing this kick with any assurance.
All right, stay on the feet now. Holding feet.
Carter keeps it in field. Gervin Dempsey.
Yes.
Rob Kearney back with him. Dempsey looks up, sizes up what's available, puts it up towards Muliaina, who was he challenged in the air? Well taken, Muliaina. Soialo right on his shoulder. Carter again.
It was a very unconvincing kick, wasn't it? It wasn't great contact. I don't think that's what Carter had in mind.
Now then, Luke Fitzgerald tried to take it quickly. Joe Rocco-Thocco was standing there, and the referee was 30 yards away having a word with somebody else. It'll be Jonathan Kaplan, the touch judge, who must help him.
He's made to throw the ball. He hasn't tried to get out. He's had lots of time to get out.
14, thank you. Free kick for preventing the throw.
Joe Rocco-Thocco penalised for preventing the throw. Jamie Heaslip.
Stay up.
Ireland need to get themselves back into this game soon enough. O'Driscoll darts back, manages to get
Leave it back.
the offload in.
Back goes back, fine, fine.
Again, it's scrappy control of the ball at the breakdown. Richie McCaw wrapping his arms around the ball carrier and a bit of the ball. So good at slowing the ball up. O'Gara takes on Carter, beats him.
Fine.
This is better by Ireland. Suddenly there on the move. McCaw has to get away from there. This time, Luke Fitzgerald on the burst, 1-4. Rob Kearney to chase, not fast enough to get there. The touchline swallows up the ball, but Ireland, that's certainly their best ploy of the second half.
Yes, you'd love to see Luke Fitzgerald getting the ball a little bit more often in these positions. He's so quick with his feet to step inside. He's great strength and power.
Preventing the throw.
That could have just rolled and kept in for Kearney, but it didn't.
Meanwhile, Ireland have given away an identical free kick therefore preventing the quick throw. Strange old game, this. Carney watches it go out. It was only a free kick. Ireland take the the quick one, and it makes life difficult for Gervin Dempsey. Irish player goes down. Play on, says Mark Lawrence. This is Ronan O'Gara back. I have to say, Philip, this is a strangely disjointed game,
isn't it? I don't think either side, or individuals on either side, look totally confident or totally composed. There's an awful lot of errors, a lot of silly mistakes, and you have to say, a lot of indiscipline in the game as well.
O'Leary's going to kick this. Has to be careful. The charge was on, and it's not a bad kick at all. That's well cleared up by big John Afoa. All Blacks in possession now. Fitzgerald just managed to get a bit of shirt there. O'Driscoll needs to be careful, he's on the ground. And the All Blacks are coming through. Sidibenis Vivatu. Brad Thorne for the line, second row with the strength to go over. The All Blacks' third try, and it's all going wrong for Ireland.
Yeah, we did sense when Nona went over that maybe this game was over as a spectacle, because it was maybe just a step too far for Ireland to claw themselves back. They've not really established any pattern or any form or any composure during the game. And now that try from Thorne has effectively closed the gate. It's early enough in the second half, only 53 minutes gone in the game, but now New Zealand are in control. They're certainly in control of the scoreboard.
Brad Thorne played rugby league, went to Union, went back to league.
A league player, height not really required in that game, but showing all his power and athleticism in the contact from the league code.
Carter misses, just the 5 points, but the game has really run away from Ireland in the second half. They started one man down, Tommy Bohoff. He is now back. New Zealand have a player off the field, Tony Woodcock, but they have seized the game, seized the initiative, and they've run in 2 tries. And here's Thorne underneath the ball, doesn't claim it well at all. Tony Woodcock now is back on the field. Knock on by New Zealand, receiving that kickoff. Woodcock is back on. John Afoa stays on, which means that Tialata is off.
Come straight, come in the middle, please. Crouch, touch, pause, engage.
The drift for Fitzgerald so nearly worked, but again, it's New Zealand who come away with the ball. That goes straight out.
Sorry.
Close for Ireland, but again, just spilling the ball, giving it back to New Zealand.
Yes, just about everything that New Zealand do, and the tackles, they make them count. That ball just knocked out of, after Fitzgerald making that initial break, he gets out Smith, but Sivivatu in his tackle knocks that ball out. He just had to readjust from Conrad Smith's attempted tackle, and that gave Sivivatu enough time to hit the ball.
Engage. Stay on. Slow that down. Same ball. Yes.
Scrum has to reset.
So we'll come this way. I want you to keep square and straight. Don't come round. You keep your wind up. Yeah, you just go straight.
No, errors on both sides. 9 errors each.
Straight.
Turnovers, not surprisingly.
Gentlemen, I want you hitting up, please.
Led slightly by New Zealand.
Crouch, touch, pause, engage. Stay.